I'm phoning you from the Senseless Bureau. You didn't answer all your questions on your last senseless test. Naughty. So if you don't mind, it'll only take about 30 seconds. We can start right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, out of a 5 rating, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst,
Yes.
do you believe that current French President Napoleon Bonaparte's policies are working for the EU?
I can say maybe just okay. I try that between maybe 3.
What is the capital of 16?
Capital of 16.
Yes.
16.
16, yes. Okay, not to worry. What is the square root of South Africa?
Of South Africa.
Yeah.
4.
If you get scared half to death, twice, does that mean you are considered clinically dead?
No.
How many times a year do you get struck by lightning?
None. I was never struck by lightning.
Okay, what are your New Year's resolutions for the Chinese New Year?
Yeah, I've been sort of aiming.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how common are you?
I'm not very fan. Maybe 3.
In your opinion, what does your opinion smell like?
A very nice perfume.
Okay, do you ever fist pump when you come out of the bathroom?
No, I hardly.
Hardly. Okay, what would the Pretenders tribute band be called?
I've got no pretenders.
Susan Boyle, do you think she is uglier than homemade soup?
No, I don't think so.
How wide is your backside?
That's
Okay. There's always one question, and I can almost predict it. The one that they're going to slam the phone down on.
You're welcome to Nasrat Talam. May I help you?
Hi, I'm calling you from the Senseless Bureau. Unfortunately, you didn't complete the census properly. You forgot to do page 2. So I just need to ask you a couple questions. It'll only take about 30 seconds, all right?
Sure, sir.
What do little birds see when they are knocked unconscious?
What?
What do little birds see?
What do little birds see when they're knocked unconscious?
Yeah.
Hey, other little birds.
Is it possible to have a civil war?
A civil war.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do the security guards at airports have to go through airport security when they get to work?
I'm sure they do.
Was the pole vault accidentally discovered by a clumsy javelin thrower?
Most probably.
Can fat people go skinny dipping?
Absolutely.
Did Noah keep his bees in archives?
I think so.
Do hummingbirds hum because they don't know the words?
No. I don't know. I'm because they're happy.
Did you ever use a post-it note to remind you to buy more post-it notes?
Yes.
What is your favorite swear word?
Okay.
Which would you rather have, 6 apples or half a dozen apples?
6 apples.
Why do British people never sound British when they sing?
Let's see. They're always drunk.
Okay, what's another word for thesaurus?
For what?
Thesaurus.
Dinosaur.
Sorry?
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
Why do we only cure a pig once it's dead? And that was the question that just
That
got
was
him
quite
a
a
little bit.
good one.
Good morning, okay. I don't know the one speaking.
Hi, Edwin. How you doing?
Fine yourself.
I'm calling you from the Senseless Bureau. Do you have 30 seconds to answer some questions for your country?
Okay.
When they first invented the clock, how did they know what time it was meant to be set to?
Sure, you're asking difficult questions. No. I don't know that one.
How come wrong numbers are never busy?
Because they're always wrong.
Where is Old Zealand?
Old Zealand.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they have Old Zealand. Only New Zealand. Do you still need have a lot of questions for me?
Okay, final question. What did things taste like before the chicken?
Couldn't be sweet.
If it's true that we are here to help others, then what exactly are the others here for?
Oh, man.
It's a tough test.
I don't know. No, I don't understand that one.
If chickens had lips, do you think they could whistle?
No. Chicken, I don't think chickens have a tongue.
If practice makes perfect, and there's no such thing as perfect, then why practice?
I don't know, man.
Okay, do you ever wonder what the speed of lightning would be if it didn't have a zigzag?
Will it be 120? More or less. Or 0?
How come cartoon characters never change their clothes? Do you honestly think it's right to teach our kids this filthy habit?
No, don't think that's right.
Atheism is a non-profit organization.
Atheism.
Yes.
No, man. It's fine. Do you still need have a lot of questions for me?
I've got about another 100.
No, I rather want to go.
I love it. I love it. Oh, he was a good sport.
He was, man. These questions are hard.
Hard, very, very hard.
Very hard, man.
Dick Madden.
Hi, I'm calling you from the U.S. Census Bureau. How are you this evening?
I'm fine.
Good. Listen, there were just a couple questions that were not filled out on your census form. Do you mind just going through them with me quickly? It'll take 30 seconds.
Okay, I'm one person in a household, so I don't know how much more I could tell you than that.
Okay. Are you left or right-eyed?
What do you mean left or right-eyed? Or left or right-handed?
No, left or right-eyed.
I have no idea what that means.
Do butterflies still remember life as a caterpillar?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Hello?
Hi, sorry, we seem to have got cut off there.
Well, if you want to ask me ridiculous questions, I'm not going to answer them. So,
Next question then. Have you ever had...
Yes.
Hi, sir, sorry, it seems like my phone seems to be giving me problems here.
Well, your phone isn't giving you problems. I'm hanging up on you. You're asking me ridiculous questions.
It's for the Senseless Bureau.
Okay, then who am I?
Dick Madden.
And that's not the right name. My name is Richard Madden, not Dick Madden.
But Dick is short for Richard, yes. So you see...
Well, what is this? Is this supposed to give you, left or right eye? What is left or right eye? Tell me, what is left or right eye?
Well, what is the longest you've been without taking a bath?
The longest I've gone without taking a bath?
Yeah.
Maybe 2-3 days.
What do you send a sick florist?
Flowers.
Do your neighbors know that you spy on them?
No. I'm good at it.
Can you still say, put it where the sun don't shine on a nudist beach?
Can I spell that?
Yeah.
ASS.
Would you like to see Robert Mugabe on Dancing with the Stars?
Yes.
If tennis is played on a court, should a jury not decide who wins?
No.
Finally, have you ever accidentally put a stamp on an email?
I don't have a computer.
Have you ever had plastic surgery?
Yes.
On which body part?
Face.
On your face. So is that your real nose?
Yes.
Unfortunate. What is your favorite word? How would you spell that?
F.
Oh,
And there you go.
that was very, very good.
Slightly different reaction as what I'm used to in South Africa. Eh?
I don't know. I think, you know what? He bit back.
Morning, Royal Toughness speaking. I can help you.
Hi, my name is Joe King. I'm calling you from the Census Bureau, and I just need 30 seconds of your time to answer a couple questions for your country.
Okay.
Would you buy a pet that suffered from hemorrhoids?
No, I wouldn't.
Why does your cell phone waste battery by telling you that you have a low battery?
Well, it's warning you.
How do you get a milk stain out of a white shirt?
Wash it off.
Do you own camouflage pants?
Yeah, I have.
Have you ever misplaced them?
No.
Would you call a cubed potato a square root?
No.
That's good.
Okay, and why do you hate Americans?
Oh, no, because they're rude.
For most people, it's because of the way they pronounce the word aluminum.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, what is aluminum foil? We all know it's pronounced tin foil.
Yes.
Would you like to see adverts that are more honest?
Yes.
Okay, rate this advert then. I'll read the script. Itchy skin, dry scalp, you disgust me.
Oh, it's very bad. No. That's too harsh.
Out of 10?
2.
How do those dead bugs get into those enclosed light fixtures?
Okay, maybe a 4 on that.
No, this is not a 1. This is a, I need an answer.
Okay, that's much better. The wording of it is much better than the other one.
No, this isn't an advert. This is just another question.
Oh, okay. Sorry, what was the question?
How do those dead bugs get into those enclosed light fixtures?
I don't know.
How come you never hear father-in-law jokes?
Fathers hardly ever talk.
Why is it that whenever you attempt to catch something that's falling off a table, you always manage to knock something else over?
Because the things are always on the edge.
If God means good and devil means evil, what does strawberry mean?
I really have to go now.
Okay, well, I just got one more.
And that's the end of that.
And she's bugging out.
That was beautiful.
Good morning, Alex speaking.
Good morning. I'm calling you from the Census Bureau. Look, you didn't fill out your form properly. There were a couple of questions on the back page that weren't filled out. So do you mind just going through them with me? It'll only take about 20 seconds.
Yes.
Do you consider a flying squirrel a bird or a rodent?
A bit.
What's more annoying, a kazoo, a penny whistle, or Steve Hoffman?
Okay, let me say Steve Hoffmeyer.
Is it okay to use the AM radio after 12 o'clock midday?
Yes.
Is duct tape made out of real ducks?
Yes.
Now that Microsoft is so big, should it be called Macrosoft?
Yes.
Why isn't phonetic spelled the way it sounds?
Why is phonetic to spell it? I can't answer that one.
Why is the third hand on the watch called a second hand?
No, the third hand of the watch.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because it is a second-hand watch. It's not a new watch. It's not a brand new watch.
What's your best time in the triathlon?
I've never run a triathlon yet.
No.
Why don't they call moustaches mouth brows?
Mustache of mouth brow.
Yeah.
That one, can you pause that one?
Okay, don't answer that phone. Why does a grapefruit look nothing like a grape?
The grapefruit, it looks like a fruit. Why? It doesn't look like a grape.
Beautiful.
Because it's a grape.
Okay, don't answer that phone.
Okay.
If our knees were on the backs of our legs, what would chairs look like?
Look like a...
Yeah.
that one I can't answer.
Is your name Beatrix? Oh, sorry, I've asked you the wrong set of questions. Have you bought your royal wedding gifts yet? Thought I can't possibly
beautiful.
go through another set of questions like this.
I love it.
Gabriella speaking. How may I direct your call?
Good morning, I'm calling you from the Senseless Bureau. I'm just going to ask you a couple questions quickly that you didn't fill out.
Okay.
In your opinion, are rhinos just overweight unicorns?
No.
Is it okay to put glasses on a dog?
No.
Should you not be allowed to play on a fruit machine if you eat meat?
No.
Have you ever posed as Danny Kaye to get a dinner reservation?
No.
Looking at Gaddafi's clothes, do you think he wears Elton John's hand-me-downs?
I have no idea. I don't know, honestly.
If an athlete can get athlete's foot and a tennis player can get tennis elbow, why is it that female wrestlers suffer from camel toe?
Maybe because they pull their pants up too high.
Is it illegal to use a knife and fork in China?
Oh my gosh. Maybe they don't know how to use knives and forks. I don't know.
Have you ever jumped on a trampoline with a cat?
No.
Which of these movie characters reminds you of your mother? Jaws or the Terminator?
The Terminator.
Would it be considered an environmental disaster if there was a large olive oil spill?
Yes.
Do you ever look into the tissue after you blow your nose in it?
No.
That's a lie. Have you ever barked up the wrong tree?
Yes.
Do you often bark at trees? There we go.
But she went on a while, eh?
She did. She kept going.
Good morning, Melanie speaking. How may I help you?
I'm calling you from the Senseless Bureau, and unfortunately on your latest census form you didn't fill out all the questions, so I need to go through them right now with you. It'll only take about 30 seconds.
Okay, sir.
If somebody says you are nuts, what type of nut do you think you are?
Cashew nuts.
Do you believe that there is a great need for a sarcasm font?
Yes, I do.
What do you think it would look like?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Slanted to the side or maybe overboard because it is sarcastic.
Why would you rather carry 10 plastic grocery bags in each hand than take 2 trips to bring in the groceries?
Oh. Can you explain that question to me?
Tell me, does an iPod get heavier when it's full?
Yes.
Are zebras black with white stripes or white with black stripes?
Black with white stripes.
What would be your top 3 weapons in a food fight?
In a food fight?
Yeah.
It will be my meat, my potatoes, and pea soup.
When they first invented the clock, how did they know what time to set it to?
When they first invented the clock? That I'm not sure about.
Why do people always remember where they were when someone famous was killed? Do they perhaps feel they needed an alibi?
Yes, I think they did feel that they needed an alibi.
If blind people wear dark glasses, why don't deaf people wear earmuffs?
I'm not sure about. I think it's because the blind people are trying to hide their eyes to protect them from the sun or something. And deaf people, I'm not sure about that.
How many seconds on average does it take you to urinate?
No.
Seconds on?
On average?
Does it take me to urinate?
Yes.
10 seconds?
That was a little bit too much. It's the Senseless Survey.
Good afternoon, Yarra Valley Motel. Gwenda speaking.
I'm calling you from the Australian Census Bureau. There were just a couple of questions that weren't filled out on the census form. I just want to go through them now with you. There's only 5, so it'll only take a second.
Yep.
Okay. May I have your gender, please, sir?
Female.
Okay. When you were homeless, did you spend the bulk of your money on food or alcohol?
This is a motel here.
Yep.
Food.
Food, okay.
Not alcohol.
If the hair in your shower drain was worth $5 a kg, how soon could you retire?
Oh, who cares?
What's the best place in your house to hide a 6-foot corpse?
These are ridiculous questions. Because I don't think the 6-foot corpse is much fun at all.
Okay. What steps have you taken to show your cat that you are the boss of the house?
I haven't got a cat.
You haven't got a cat. Have you ever been able to eat just one Pringle?
No.
Would you support a law that every person who got divorced had to return all their wedding gifts?
No, I would not.
How many times have you been naked on the internet this week?
I think this has gone on long enough.
No, I just got two more, ma'am. I've just got two
All
more.
right.
Do you ever take your husband to the planetarium just to reaffirm your point that he is not the center of the universe?
No, I do not.
Okay, and approximately how many Danny DeVitos tall are you?
1.5.
One and a
One and a
half.
half.
Which is your favorite euphemism for throwing up? Is it losing your lunch or shouting groceries?
Neither.
The value of pi is 3.14. Are you curious to find out the value of cake?
No, not at all.
Did you have a lot of chemistry with your high school science teacher?
No, I did not.
Who has better...
Let's be the last one.
I've got one more, ma'am. One
That's
more.
it. This is the last one.
Okay. Who would you like to see hit with heavy mining equipment?
No one.
Who has better corpse actors, Law and Order or CSI?
That was the last question. You've run out.
Law and Order or CSI?
CSI.
Do you think that free-range mushrooms are worth the added cost?
Stop it.
I grow my own anyway.
What kind of disease do you think you would get from a paper cut when reading Paris Hilton's autobiography?
No, I won't be reading it. Now, that's the last one. That's it.
Have you ever used the photocopy machine for anything besides your butt?
No. That's it. You've run out.
Love it. Love it.
The end.
Good morning, Samuel speaking. How can I assist you?
Samuel, I'm calling you from the Census Bureau. I just need 30 seconds of your time for you to answer some questions for your country.
Yes, sir. All right.
Okay, Samuel, here we go. Should a cannibal be arrested for being drunk if they've just eaten someone drunk?
Well, I believe so. They should be arrested.
Are you the type of guy who would sweep a woman off her feet before you put her in the boot?
Yes.
Sorry?
Yeah, that's no.
Yes, that's no. If honesty is the best policy, would you agree that the second best policy should be don't kill stuff?
No.
No, what do you think the second best policy should be?
Take care of the stuff.
If a doctor has a heart attack during surgery, should the other doctors work on him or the patient?
You should work on both.
Are you better at parallel parking or romance?
Romance.
If someone owned two identical houses, would you be mad at them for saying there's no place like home?
No.
When you go swimming naked, do you refer to it as skinny dipping or chunky dunking?
Oh.
Chunky donkey.
Okay. Would you agree that if laughter is the best medicine, a pun is about as effective as a Flintstone vitamin?
Yeah, I guess.
Should mothers of triplets be allowed to get their nipples pierced so they can feed multiple babies at once?
Oh.
What? Mother? No comment.
Yeah, that would have been the end for me as well.
I dig that oak. He's so chilled.
He was, you know.
No comment.
No. mm-mm.
Yes.
I'm done with you. Thanks, baby.
Hi, I'm calling you from the Senseless Bureau. I need to ask you a few questions for your country.
Uh-huh.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the number 4?
Which number 4?
Okay, let me rephrase that. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate number 4?
Okay, 9.
Who is hotter in your eyes, firefighters or arsonists?
Anyone for me, because I'm not into that. Because can you hold on, because I've got a guest here to assist.
Have you ever fallen off your step ladder and yelled at it, "You're not my real ladder"?
No.
When you tell people to reach for the stars, do you also remind them that they will be burned to a crisp upon re-entry into Earth's atmosphere? No. Have you ever noticed that nobody trades anything at Trade Center?
No.
If you sprayed mosquito repellent on a mosquito, will he become extremely lonely?
No.
If they really want to succeed in attracting women, how come Axe hasn't made a body spray that smells like a mix of money, tequila, and getting back at your dad?
Oh, come on.
What are you getting at, my friend?
Apart from air quotes and air guitar, do you have any other air skills?
No, you've got funny questions. I don't have an answer for that.
How would you describe the taste of your tears?
Yeah, a little bit salty because I haven't tasted them yet.
Do you also remind them...
Yeah, no, he's had enough of you.
You know what? You just crossed the line when you asked me
Yeah.
to describe the taste of my tears.
Yeah, that's it.
Good morning and thank you for calling Clutch and Rebecca. Right, speaking to George. I'm helping.
Hello, my name is Agent 431. I'm calling you from the Census Bureau. I need to just ask you a few questions. It'll only take about 30 seconds.
Okay.
Does being called a hypochondriac make you feel sick?
No.
Did you eat lots of garlic last night?
No, I didn't.
Oh, wow, I can smell it on you.
No, you can't say.
What's the name of your smelliest friend?
Mlife.
Are you going to wear that outfit today?
No.
What number am I thinking of?
23.
Nah, 7. Do you blame the high divorce rate on the recent popularity of eye surgery?
Of eye surgery. Divorce rate. No, I don't.
Did you know that Johannesburg spelt backwards says Cape Town?
No, wrong.
What?
No, it doesn't. Johannesburg, no.
Oh, sorry, it's Johannesburg spelt backwards says Bloemfontein.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. How do you throw away a trash can?
You just throw it away. You trash it in the can.
If you are what you eat, then aren't cannibals more human than all of us?
True.
Is it only considered sexual harassment if the guy is ugly?
Yeah. Yes.
What does it mean when your girlfriend rocks up at your matric dance in a tuxedo?
It means that she's more manly than you.
Do you think Ed Hardy t-shirts should be sold at Builders Warehouse because they are only worn by tools?
Yes. True. And they're fake, some of them.
If I told you I was sending you a special tweet, would you assume I was really into social networking or that I had a speech impediment?
Social networking.
Are you at the age where you prefer weed killer or killer weed? And he didn't want to answer that one on record.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay. Who is your smelliest friend?
No.
That was my favorite. I can't believe he answered.
No, for me it's the Ed Hardy. I think Ed Hardy should be available at Builders Warehouse.
Mulefe is
Yeah.
my smelliest friend.
Good morning. How may I help you?
Hello, good morning. Sorry, what is your name?
Is it Philip?
Philip, I'm calling you from the Census Bureau. We just need to ask you a couple questions. It'll only take about 30 seconds for your country.
Oh, okay.
Have any of your occupations qualified you to be a member of the village people?
Yes.
Do you think keep off the grass signs are hypocritical or do they just airlift them in?
No.
The first time you got onto a non-stop flight, did you think the plane would just fly around forever?
No.
When you get an idea, is the light bulb that pops up above your head regular or energy saving?
Regular.
If you had severe dandruff, would you consider moving to a snowy climate to hide the problem?
Yes, I will move to
Would you rather be young at heart or young at muscles and ligaments?
young ligament.
Do you think this whole internet thing will take off one day?
No.
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 How many doves do they have to kill to make 1 bar of Dove soap?
I think it's 2.
Would you consider confetti a cure for depression?
Yes.
Do you make sure your belt matches your wife's purse in case she asks you to hold it?
Yes.
Do you ever think of changing your neighbor's garden gnome with the exact same one, just 1 inch taller every single night?
No, sir.
Okay.
May I ask you a question?
Yes.
Why are you asking me such a question like that?
Because it's my job. That's it. Okay, I'm
That
not
was a
interested.
good one.
I'm not interested in your job. I think that's what he meant.
Morning, thank you for phoning Lamatan. How can I help?
Hi, sorry, who am I speaking to?
You're speaking to Russell, sir.
Good morning, Russell. I'm calling you from the Census Bureau. I need to ask you a couple of questions for your country.
Okay.
Would you buy toilet bowl cleaner in a color other than blue, like yellow?
If you don't mind me asking, Peter, what is this matter? Is this a random question there, or...?
This is the Senseless Survey.
Pardon me?
This is the Census Bureau of Senseless Surveys for your country.
Okay, lovely.
Okay, now can you answer the question?
Prefer to stick with blue.
Why is Kim Kardashian famous?
She's famous because... Personally, I think because of her good looks.
Sorry, it was actually a rhetorical question.
Family background.
If there's no rest for the wicked and no rest for the weary, who do you think gets the least rest?
Personally, I'd say the wicked. Because they've got so much they need to hide. The weary just drudge on and get things done.
Which describes Mother Teresa? A Peace Prize beneficiary. B, an astronaut. C, a racing car driver. Or D, none of the above.
D, none of the above.
Should the Freedom of Information Act reveal Victoria's secret?
Yes.
Have you ever fallen asleep while driving past a field of sheep?
Negative. Have not.
Do you think the blue 10-foot-tall Navi tribe in Avatar is what the Smurfs have evolved into?
No, I do not.
Terminator the musical or Family Ties on Ice? Pick your poison.
I think I'll go with the musical.
What size really is the one size that fits all?
No, I'd say 32.
When do you think we will stop calling hot old women cougars and start calling them melon camps? Don't put the phone down.
Let's say 2015.
Right, there you go.
That's just enough of that.
He thought he was going for his badge, eh?
Good afternoon. You've called Vibe Sydney. This is Annalise.
Good morning. I'm calling you from the Census Bureau of Sydney, and I just need 30 seconds of your time to ask you a couple of questions that you forgot to fill out on your senseless form.
Okay, sure.
Do you think Steve Jobs is jealous of the guy who invented the iron?
Probably.
What about ice cream?
Yeah, I guess.
How do you think skunks can stand it?
Right. They probably can't smell themselves.
Scientists are saying that the Triceratops and Brontosaurus may never have existed. How do you feel now that your pajamas are covered in lies?
Depressed.
Did you know that if you say beer can with a British accent, it sounds like you're saying bacon with a Jamaican accent? Try say it for me. Say beer can.
Beer can. Beer can.
Have you ever wondered why it's called a walkie-talkie, yet a vacuum cleaner isn't called a pushy-sucky?
Okay. No, just that's a new one.
Isn't it sad that Voldemort won't be able to watch his own movie in 3D because he has no nose to rest the 3D glasses on?
Very sad.
Okay, we're almost done. Have you ever referred to a public place for tennis as the People's Court?
No.
And would you agree with most Australians that when it comes to jean shorts on men, there's no such thing as too short?
Yeah, there is such thing as too short.
Has a volunteer group ever asked you to stop volunteering?
No.
How would you feel about the big coffee chains keeping cows in saunas in order to get steamed milk?
I'm not sure. Probably not a very good idea.
What is your favorite city for romance?
Melbourne.
And for bromance?
Good morning. You're speaking to Wynand.
Vainant, good morning. How are you?
I'm very well, yourself.
Good, Vainant. I'm calling you from the Census Bureau, and you've been a naughty, naughty boy because you didn't correctly fill out your census form. I'll go through the rest of the questions with you now, okay?
No problem at all.
Do you use flashlights mostly for finding things in the dark or for holding dead batteries?
For holding dead batteries.
Would you like to see men who wear flip-flops be required to get pedicures?
No. No pedicures.
Do you agree that circles are pointless?
No, I do not agree with that.
Do you agree that a more accurate name for overalls is over everything but hands, feet and head?
Yes.
Do you have any sensitive teeth that like poetry and long walks on the beach?
Do I have any sensitive what?
Teeth.
No. Teeth can't walk.
How many mean people do you stay friends with because they have a boat?
How many mean people do I stay with because they have a boat?
Yeah.
3.
Why do we draw hearts that way if they don't really look like that?
Because it's easier.
Have you ever considered pop-up ads to be the Jehovah's Witnesses of the internet?
Yes, I have.
Do you think the guy who invented the boomerang just messed up really bad and does not want to admit it?
Yes, definitely.
Do you think people are really laughing out loud when they type LOL?
No.
And if it was really a smartphone, why does it not automatically delete your ex-girlfriend's number?
Because the phone is stupid. It doesn't know emotions.
Okay.
Do you think dolphins are just sharks that like to watch Glee?
I think we crossed the line.
Thank you for calling. Can I help you?
Hi, how are you this morning?
I'm good, and how are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you. I'm calling from the Census Bureau. I just need to ask you a quick few questions. It'll only take about 30 seconds, okay?
Yes, sir.
If cockroaches could survive a nuclear explosion, then what do they put in doom?
Are you asking me about cockroaches, sir?
Yes, I am.
I don't think if you are asking the right person. I don't deal with cockroaches.
Should Star Trek fans be called Trekkies, Trekkers, or Virgins?
Man. So I don't think then, I don't know what you're asking really.
Okay,
Cockroaches and virgins, really, I don't know, sir.
Okay, well, here's one for you. Do you like to drive your car between the lanes and pretend that you are Pac-Man munching up the dots?
No, because we now concerned about cockroaches and virgins.
What is your favorite color that starts with the letter Z?
I haven't got a favorite color, sir.
Would you support a bill that took Labour Day away from hard-working South Africans and made it a celebration for women in labour?
No, sir.
Do you have trouble making and keeping imaginary friends?
No, sir.
If you quit drinking, how the hell are you supposed to celebrate anything?
I don't know, sir.
Before the internet, how did you delete friends?
I don't know, sir. I don't use internet.
Are peacocks just pigeons on their way to the gay pride parade?
Nice.
I don't know, sir. I have no comments.
In the army, should the general get corporal punishment for showing off his privates?
No, sir.
Do women like asking questions because they have an extra Y chromosome?
No, sir.
Do you have any piercings that make it hard for you to sit down?
Hello?
Hello, good morning, sir. I'm calling you from the Department of the Senseless Survey. I just need to ask you a few questions regarding your survey that you didn't fill in correctly.
Okay. Is it going to be quick?
Yeah, it'll only take 30 seconds.
Okay, sure.
First question, how come cartoon characters never change clothes? Do you think it's right to teach our kids this filthy habit?
No.
Do you think that life is a stupid joke because everyone knows how it ends?
Who is this?
The word duck. Do you know that it is 75% obscene?
I'm sorry, I don't think I heard you right. Could you repeat that?
I said the word duck. Do you know that it is 75% obscene?
That's what I thought you said. I don't. Who is this?
Sir, maybe you should just calm down a little there.
Calm down. You calm down.
I don't know if you can tell, but my demeanor is very calm.
Simona, good morning. Thank you for calling Feldy Labs Metro and Resorts. Naveen speaking.
Good morning. This is Agent 403 from the Senseless Bureau. You haven't answered all your questions from the Bureau, so I just need to go through them with you now quickly, okay?
Yes, but this is I'm actually on the switchboard.
It'll only take about 30 seconds.
30 seconds, okay.
When a man with one eye blinks, how do you know that he is actually not just winking?
I have no idea.
Who needs fireworks when you have red cabbage and a ceiling fan?
I'm sorry, sir?
Do you agree that the worst superhero is the one with the power of attorney?
Yes.
Do you want to see the Who concert just to see all the CSI theme songs live?
I don't really want CSI.
Do you ever get out of breath while eating?
No.
Do you have to take your paycheck to the bank because it's too little to go by itself?
No.
Do you ever argue with a chemist that alcohol is a solution?
No.
Do you hate lazy people in traffic who only give you half a peace sign?
I don't really try.
If your child keeps sticking things in electrical outlets, do you have no other choice than to ground them?
If I had a child, I would.
Nice.
Would you say one of the negatives about speeding is that you might arrive at work early?
One of the negatives, yeah.
What happens if a square root turns out to be a round number?
If a square root turns out to be a round number?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure. It's not a square.
Don't you hate it when a woman breastfeeding in public does not wink back?
No.
Gross.
I don't really wink at them.
Okay. Would you agree it's time to stop making new cell phones and start making flying cars?
If we could, yeah.
Okay. Are your man boobs a B or a C cup?
No.
I'm sorry? A B or?
A C cup.
I don't really have man boobs. They're just normal. Okay.
And does sexting give you a phoner?
Sorry?
Does sexting give you a phoner?
Not really.
Florida Parker, South Patrick speaking. Good morning.
Good morning, yes. I'm Agent 431. I'm calling you from the Senseless Bureau, and I just need 30 seconds of your time to answer some questions that you naughty forgot to fill in on your census form.
I'm not quite sure about it, but...
It'll only take about 20 seconds, okay?
Okay.
Does sleeping come so natural to you that you can do it with your eyes closed?
Yes.
Do you feel ripped off when banana bread tastes more like bread and less like banana? Are you nervous to eat natural foods because so many people have been dying of natural causes?
Not actually.
Can you give someone the cold shoulder during a heat wave?
Nope.
Is the best way to tell if a Christian rock band is any good is if you confuse them for a real rock band for just a few seconds?
Yeah.
Have you ever referred to an elevator as a flying room?
Yes.
Do you dream that one day you will meet your Facebook friends face to face?
Yes.
How good are you at hide and go seek on a scale of Anne Frank to Osama bin Laden?
Oh, no.
I think I'm much more good at it bin Laden.
What is the furthest letter you hit when you tried to burp the alphabet?
First letter is M.
How come a banana does not come back when you throw it like a boomerang?
Because it's not a boomerang.
When I get out of bed, should that count as one sit-up? Would you agree that the only two types of people who wear sunglasses inside are blind people and holes? And are those things on Morgan Freeman's face the missing pieces of Seal's face?
Can you come again?
Are those things on Morgan Freeman's face the missing pieces from Seal's face?
That was one of the best ever.
It was, hey?
Yeah.
It's the Senseless Survey.
Thank you for calling. You're speaking to Cash.
Good morning, sir. I'm calling you from the Senseless Bureau. There were a few questions that you forgot to answer on your census form. I just need to go through them right now with you quickly, okay?
Yeah?
Do you think Scottish Terriers bark with an accent?
No.
No.
Would you ever watch a movie called Conan the Librarian?
Conan the Liberian.
Yeah.
No.
When you think of your grandma, what does she smell like?
My grandma. Food.
Is your day filled mostly with appointments or disappointments?
Disappointment.
How helpful was your GPS in finding yourself?
Very bad.
Do you think applesauce was somebody's first attempt at making a smoothie?
Nah.
How can anybody trust a glue that does not stick to the inside of its own bottle?
Okay, that's a good one. I have no idea.
How long did you call it a laptop before somebody corrected you?
A laptop? Nah, never.
Are rhinos not just fat unicorns?
Nah.
When you're trying to find out who views your Facebook profile the most, do you know that to find the answer you just need to look in the mirror?
No, I didn't know that one.
What is your favorite word to say in slow motion?
You? If you?
Have you ever been attracted to a mannequin?
No.
Tell me what you think of the new Harry Potter condom slogan. Protect your Slytherin from the Hogwarts while you're in the Chamber of Secrets.
No.
100%.
How many sisters have you got?
3.
And which one of your sisters is the best kisser?
Samantha?
Okay, normally people don't answer that question. Anyway, can you pick your nose with your thumb?
No.
Have you tried?